Hey everybody, welcome to our second installment of Acme's 2021 Virtual Toy Fair. We're going to focus on two things in this segment. One, it's going to be how a model is developed from the ground up, and two, what new molds for brand new projects do we have in store for this year. Okay, brand new mold from the ground up, never before been made. This is how it works. This is our Blazer. 1969 to 1972. The first stage in a new tool is that we find the actual one-to-one real car or real truck, and we go and scan it. And that scan data is then sent to the factory, and they convert those files into printable files where they can print a 3D pattern and send this pattern to us for review. We review this, we look at all the body shapes. Obviously this is for an exterior pattern only. And then we send our comments back to the factory. The next stage is probably a second pattern that's printed and sent to us for another round of review. Then after all that is finalized, we move to this. And these are called tooling samples, first shot tooling samples. All the die cast is in raw finish. Some of the parts these are easily broken because this is the first time this particular model was ever assembled from a brand new mold. So you'll see all the interior parts, all the engine parts are all raw, unfinished plastic or whatever material, PVC, that we've been using. And over the progression of the tooling patterns and tooling samples, you'll see the different parts that are all included in the mold. So we have, on this Blazer in particular, we have the stock wheels, stock tires. On this one are the stock off-road tires that Chevrolet offered. And then on this one is the aftermarket 35-inch off-road tires and custom wheels. And then after 12 months to 15 months of all this countless hours of reviews and engineering and man hours and capital invested, we get to a decorated sample. And we reviewed this model a week or so, maybe 2 weeks ago. But that is the progression on how a new mold is created. Outside of, as I just said, it takes 12 to 15 months. Outside of this GMP Super B that we've been working on countlessly. And we'll give you an update on that in a little bit. So the current tooling that we're working on that y'all are aware of has been the 65 AFX Mustangs. These have never been made before in 1/18 scale. Here's the pattern. Here's the first shot tooling samples. This will be the Task Ford version with the 427 sock engine in it with dual intakes. And then we have the other tooling sample, which will be the 427 sock engine with the injection stacks, and this will be for the gas Ronda. Both of those fully decorated samples should be here in the next 1 to 2 weeks, and we will definitely be letting y'all know when those arrive and do a full review on those. All right, the next tooling sample or tooling project that we have in process is something that I'm really excited about. We kind of announced this last year at Toy Show, but we've made some progress on it. It is 32 Ford hot rod pickup truck. This is the first pattern that we've gotten. It looks really good. And you'll see sometimes in the pattern stage, I mean, they're pretty rough. So, we used existing wheels and tires. It's using the 32 Ford hot rod frame and chassis. Fortunately, those were all standard dimensions and the same dimensions as the truck and the Roadsters and the 3 windows and 5 windows. But this is going to come with a new set of wheels and tires, multiple custom setups, and here is a picture of what the first one is going to be. That's going to be red with a tan interior. Pretty killer. Looking forward to that. ETA on this first run is probably somewhere around, I'm going to say late Q3, early Q4 at this stage. Next, this is our current Real Art Replica project, resin project, and just like with a die-cast project, we get to the pattern is always the initial first step. This is what sets the foundation for the entire production of the model. So this is for the Real Art Replica 1/18th 1960 Cunningham Corvettes. And this pattern just turned out great. These were the first, Briggs Cunningham took the very first Corvette campaign to Le Mans in 1960. Took 3 cars, number 1, 2, and 3, which we are all offering, which we're offering all of those. And the number 3 car, if I'm not mistaken, was the one that won its class. And then Corvette has dominated at Le Mans since. Okay, big news. Big news about this one. This new mold is a passion of mine and Tom's. It was part of the origins of GMP, and we cannot be more excited and thrilled to get back into World of Outlaws 1/18th wing sprint cars. I mean, this is just kind of a dream come true for me. I remember being 10, 11 years old in the warehouse and shipping you guys all the original GMP wing sprints. So this is really exciting. This is the first pattern. We're tooling up this is the current brand new chassis. We went up and scanned one of the team's cars up in Charlotte several months ago. Just got this first 3D scan, first 3D pattern back a couple weeks ago. It's going to include all 3 variations of hoods, 2 of the most common wheel and tire sets, both Ford and Chevrolet engines. Let me get that top wing off. And then the hood will come off for all the engine detail. The latest driver's seat, all the interior details, roll cage. It'll have multiple different roll cage setups. It'll have all the correct paneling options for the sides. Man, we're just stoked about this. We're going to be sending out the official announcement with the first round of teams that we already have agreements with, probably within the next couple weeks. ETA for first arrivals looks to be probably late August to mid-September. Tooling should be done in June. Probably late June, early July. So yeah, really excited about those. It's going to be a great re-entry into that category. All right, talk about a few other things, parts and pieces that you guys have been requesting. We're going to do some new wheel and tire combos this year to add to the muscle cars. The first one is going to be a drag setup, and it's going to be called the Exile drag wheels. And we can do multiple different finishes on these, of course, but that's a pretty killer option right there. The next wheel and tire is going to be a Street Fighter version, and it's going to be this 5-spoke Street Fighter wheel. We're going to use the existing Street Fighter tires for this one. I think we're going to call this Hitman. It was featured on a pretty cool Mustang that we found. Then let's talk about some new engines for this year, 1/18 scale engines. First one up that we're going to be working on is the supercharged Coyote 5.0 engine with a manual transmission, 5-speed. I believe it's 6-speed. I think coming with these now, but we'll see. That's going to be pretty popular for engine swaps for all you modeler guys out there, and can't wait to use these in some Ford 1/18 scale Ford projects. Also, on the engine front, let me see here, bear with me. This one is one that we've talked about internally a lot and that we've seen comments on all the forums. The Elephant. Everybody knows about this one. 1,000 horsepower turnkey crate engine from Mopar. Cannot wait to get this into some of our 70 B-body muscle cars. Another one for you Ford guys. Boss 9, big block 429. We have a lot of the parts, or some of the parts I should say already. We have the heads and the block, but this engine was made famous by its original builder, by a man by the name of John Causey, who builds some of the most awesome drag race engines on the planet, and who happens to be a mile and a half down the road from Acme here in Little Winder, Georgia. So once we've known John for a long time, but we're gonna tool up all his custom intake stacks, injection parts, and also carbureted versions. So be on the lookout for that. All right. Some new parts that we're going to tool up are going to be for the 67 to 72 Chevrolet C10s, so that we can make a really nice four-wheel drive version. The first one's going to be A18 07013 and be that classic two-tone orange and white paint scheme that we all love from that era. We're not going to really have those wheels, but this is just to show you the stance and the paint scheme that we're going to go with. Should have those parts ready to go by Q3 is our hope. All right, next Real Art replica project, and this one's kind of we're sticking with Corvettes, but a much newer one. Here we go. This is going to be the 2020 Indy 500 pace car. We're tooling up the body, all the new aero parts, new rear spoiler, different wheels, and all the interior pieces. This will be a sealed resin, 1/18 from our resin Real Art replica line. This should be ready for delivery in June or July, I think. But really killer looking 1/18 scale Indy 500 pace car. Update on a project that we started last year, and it is the 1955, 56, and 57 Chevrolet Bel Air Nomads. The first one we're going to do is going to be this red and white 55 Bel Air Nomad. Part number is A1807009. We are in the 3D stages of this right now. The first pattern should be ready hopefully by June or July, with a goal of Q4 as the first delivery for this guy. So more updates to come again on that model. And let's see, finally, and another great project that we're excited about. I'm not even going to preface it. Here you go. We just scanned a 1967 and a 1968 Shelby GT500 convertible last week. 2 weeks ago. Never been done in this level of detail in 1/18 scale. It's going to be able to share parts from our existing tooling that was developed by Lane as far as the drivetrain and the chassis, but brand new body, removable convertible top, brand new interior for the convertible specific interiors, but we're going to tool up all the different hoods, variations, most of those already exist, wheel variations if we need to, but this is going to be an awesome, awesome project. Cannot wait to get it done. We're targeting Q4 for the first arrival, so hopefully November, December for this, if everything goes as planned, this blue on white with a white top should be the first 500. And then I know there are many, many special editions that we are all aware of to go from there. Looking forward to that. I think that's pretty much it. I think that's enough. That's enough for us for brand new products, brand new molds for this year. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and looking forward to keeping you updated on these.